I haven't done a video like this in a very long time, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to set up the Stream Deck today. This is going to be for OBS specifically. Obviously, there's different ways you could do this, but I'm just going to be showing off my way of doing this. I'll also try to export this as a file so you could just drag and drop it into your Elgato device. First, in no particular order, we're going to be going to the Elgato site first. So to even get the drivers to begin with, you're going to have to go to Elgato's website, otherwise known as elgato.com, and go ahead and go over to the downloads, which is on the top right. Once you go to the downloads, you can scroll down a little bit. You're going to find the Stream Deck. At the moment it's 6.6, but you're basically just going to find the Stream Deck. You're going to hit the download for the drivers, and then just, run the drivers as an install, as if you're installing, I don't know, Steam or the Wavelink or anything like that. Just let it go through. It should just ask for like admin privileges for like 1 or 2 turns, and then that's it. As to what happens once you get the Stream Deck open, it should look something like this. If you can't find the device on here, then obviously there's nothing really much you can do, but from my trial and error, all I really had to do was just plug it in, and it just sensed it just fine. In the drivers itself, you click this like Elgato sign with the X, the arrow, and the circle. This is the Elgato Marketplace. It should look something like this. In this tutorial, all I'm going to be using is the OBS by Elgato plugin. It's this one. It's literally this. I'm going to link this down in the description as well. This is the name of it. It's OBS Studio 35615969. So once you get this downloaded, you just hit the download. Log in with any account, by the way. You could do Gmail, I believe Discord, and a whole bunch of other things. Just log in, get the thing. Once you get that plugin, it should automatically detect into the Stream Deck itself, so you shouldn't have any issues there. My recommended way of setting this up is kind of weird because I only really set this up for recording, instant replay, and scene switching. This is all I really set it up for. In your case, if you want to have the stream button as well, go ahead, put the stream button, just find somewhere to put it. In my case, what I start with is I start with the record on the top left. This just works for me. If by any chance you're going to use this for more than just OBS, you might want to consider putting previous and next pages as well. You could find this in the navigation tab. So I like to put them on the bottom right because I control my Steam Deck with my right hand. I basically take my hand off my mouse and then just reach forward and press left and right. The reason why I put it on both on the bottom right is because it's faster to press. If I need to switch between, let's say, 5 different pages, which is what I usually do normally, I switch between like 5, 6 different pages. And having actuation for both left and right is kind of good because it will cycle. If you're on page 1, you could cycle to page 5 by going backwards, or whatever page you want to cycle onto. Other than that, I don't particularly use the page number setting from the navigation. Also, if you want to set up your menu the way I have mine, you just have to click on the little like 3 spoons, and you just kind of uncheck things here, and then you click done. And then you could just get the navigations and OBS. This is how I simplified mine. If you need the pause button, go ahead, put it. I'm not going to put it though. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and skip over to the replay buffer, and then the replay buffer save. If you don't know what a replay buffer is, if you couldn't tell from the name, it's the instant replay feature. If you have that set up, you might want to put it as a toggle on here, as well as the save or the quote-unquote clip button. And so then you could either just go down here, rename it, or you could just leave it as is. Other than that, this is really like the basics on what I use. And then outside of this, really, it gets even simpler from here. So all I do is I just put a whole bunch of scenes in the middle section here, and these will be like my stream scenes, for example. So if I'm streaming and I want, let's say, to do like a just chatting, go here and go, let's say, camera. And then this one, I'll make it like the starting scene for when I stream. So this is the stream scene, BRB, and the end scene. You want to be able to toggle your desktop, your display capture from the Stream Deck itself on this one page. You could go source visibility. I'll just put mine in the bottom left. Or I could put it in the middle. I'll put it in the middle. And then pretty much what you want to do is you just click on wherever you put it. And then you click display capture. In this case, it's called display capture because I didn't name it anything. And then once I do that, if I press this button, it will then toggle in OBS the display capture. So when I'm in the system toggle settings, what I like to put is a hotkey in the bottom left or middle or whatever, wherever you want to put it. So I put it here, and then I just, instead of just observing for keystrokes, I click the little down arrow, and then I go all the way to F keys and go to where is it? F14. For me, F14 is what toggles the preview, because in OBS, you can set F14 or 13, anything past 12, you could set in here. And then you could just rename it to like preview. And then whenever you press this button, as long as you have the keybind in OBS itself for that F key to be used, and if you don't know how to do it, it's quite simple. You basically just set it in here, and then you go into the keybind settings, and then you find preview, and you just press the button, and it will set it. It will set it using whatever button you have here, and that will be your preview toggle. So I'm actually going to put it to F13 because I believe F13 is what I use, not F14. And then this is about it. The next thing I would like to add in here for myself, because I'm kind of picky like that, is a pause and play button. This is usually for my music if I'm playing music in my ears. Other than that, like in terms of the actual things for OBS, like I don't really add the stream button. I wouldn't add the stream button in here. I wouldn't add the virtual camera because I don't use those. Like if I want to start a stream, I just click it on OBS itself and then I kind of just leave it. And I do this purposely so that I don't accidentally press it or I don't accidentally leave it on when it shouldn't be on. I go in there, I click it, I end the stream, that's it. Now, if you're streaming to multiple platforms, you could definitely have like the start, stop, and record. Like if you're using the Atium or Atium plugin, which is the vertical scene for OBS. So you could stream to like TikTok or whatever. If you're using that, then you can also put that in here as well if the toggles appear. For me, when I create a new page, I just kind of throw everything in here without really thinking. And then I kind of just reorganize it afterwards. For those of you that don't know, you can literally grab the scene and just drop it. You could drag and drop it to however you like. That is an option that is completely fair, and do it at your own risk. If you try not to mess something up. But yeah, this is basically the quick way of how I personally do my OBS keybinds. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.